Hi there, folks. This is Alex Calder, the inventor of the SlideWinder Ring, and I'm putting together this short video to give you guys an introduction on the real magic behind the SlideWinder Ring, why it's different than perhaps what you've tried before, what makes it so cool, and why it's able to do so many different things that you haven't seen before. Okay, the big reveal, this is it. Check this out. There's a ring. See that? So, that's not apparent in the videos, but it's magnetic, so it creates its own technique perfectly. There's nothing to learn. If you can touch the strings like this, and you can move this, you can play slide perfectly every time. It takes essentially what has been the most difficult technique on guitar and makes it the easiest, actually. It takes seconds to master slide. Okay, so now that that's out of the bag, those of you who have prototypes that I've spoken with, and those of you who are planning to buy one of these when we release it in January at NAMM, or perhaps later in the year when we have a Kickstarter campaign, which one of the rewards will be you get your own ring. Now you have a chance to think about how you might use it, and I'll show you some of the techniques that I've played in my video and which the SlideWinder uniquely allows. The first one is really important because I think, as far as I know, and please anyone correct me if I am wrong, this is the only tool that allows you to do this. I call that off plucking, as in plucking off. The reason is because the magnet allows you not to hammer on to pull off, but just literally touch the strings, pull off, and it plucks itself. So I call that off plucking because, as far as I know, that's unique to the SlideWinder, and it really opens up a lot of possibilities because it literally plays itself. You don't actually have to have a rhythm hand and a playing hand. Either hand can do either thing. So, for example, the right hand can off pluck, the left hand, the left hand, and then the right hand. That's why the things I'm doing look really difficult and they're actually really easy. So I'd like to have some fun and show you guys how you can have some fun too. Those of you who have prototypes, you can jump right into this. This is really easy. I'll start with one of my favorite things to do is a fretboard drag race, which involves off-plucking alternately between both hands as you move up and down the fretboard. The definition is included on the list of vocabulary terms on our website. But it starts like this. So when I jump over my hands like that, that's called hand hurtling. The reverse direction too. So that's a fun technique. Again, it's all about being musical. It's not necessarily being a gimmick that you can, quote unquote, impress people, because it's all about music to me. And it should be musical, so it's all about using it in a way that, sounds interesting and expressive. The next technique is slide bowing. And thanks to Michael Winger, the executive director at the San Francisco chapter of the Recording Academy, who showed me this right-hand technique. You can basically use it as a bow because of the magnetic properties and also the slide properties allow this. It almost sounds like a theremin, but the wonderful thing about this is it allows very precise pitch control. So it's a lot of fun. You can actually get very precise, very high tones. This leads to our next technique, which is the hummingbird duet. When you go into the what I call the stratophonic zone, above the fretboard, when you go. Sounds like two hummingbirds having a little conversation or a duet, so that's why I call it that. The last one I'll talk about is stippling, because this is really fun. A lot of times this can be done with a pick, with a standard guitar, but the wonderful thing about the SlideWinder is you can do it with either hand, with just one hand. or both. So you have a lot of variety in terms of technique you can use, such as this. Okay, cute little gimmick, but mixing it all in with the rest is actually a lot of fun. So there's a whole new vocabulary that's open to you with the SlideWinder Ring, and I hope you guys enjoy it soon. See you back next time. Bye.